So hello banknote collectors, and this is Glenn, and today we're just going to have a look at the kuna from Croatia. And this is the currency that was issued during the Second World War with the puppet state of Croatia, which was allied to Germany. And this country was actually quite loyal until the end, unlike Italy. But let's not worry about getting into, who is a traitor and who is not. So this country actually formed after the Germans actually invaded Yugoslavia and actually dismembered it. It's the only part of Yugoslavia that retained some. Actually, no, Serbia as well, but they had less independence. So Croatia was actually quite independent, and Croatia and Serbia both issued their own different currencies, and the Croatian one was the kuna. And as you can see, I have a 1 kuna banknote from 1941, 42, should I say. And it replaced the old dinar, Yugoslav dinar, at 1 to 1. But the curious thing is that Croatia, while they did mint 1 and 2 kuna coins, they were never really used substantially in circulation. Serbia did use coins, but that Serbian coins are actually quite expensive to purchase. And so is the Croatian ones. The 1 kuna is actually very rare, but the 2 kuna coin you can actually get. So the most common thing they actually use is these banknotes. So in the exchange rate history, in 1941 at the end, it was worth about 25 kuna equals 1 Reichsmark. So if you're not familiar with the Reichsmark, that was actually the German currency. So here we have a 1 Reichsmark coin. These circulated up until 1940 and are replaced by a banknote. And they actually never actually had a Reichsmark banknote. They used these Rentenmark banknotes during the Second World War. So this one was valued at 50 kuna. Oh, God, whatever else. So the lowest banknote was actually a 50 Banica, which was equivalent to about 2 Reichspfennigs. And as you can see, this is actually quite a small banknote. It has the coat of arms of Croatia, and on the back it just has the denomination. And this one has 2 letters, A and G. The first print actually had 1 letter, so this is the second print. And if you look down below, this one was produced in Zagreb. So these were actually produced in Croatia. Some of their banknotes are actually produced in Germany. So that's the lowest one I've got. Not really hard to get. You're probably paying about $5, I reckon, for that one. For the rest of these banknotes, price varies. So the German issue ones, you can pick this one up for like $5 to $10. And this is actually a 100 kuna from 1941, printed in Germany. So as you can see, just as a coat of arms, it actually doesn't have pretty much, historical figures, whatever else. It does have these coloured strips. But quite frankly, with the internet, these banknotes have actually come down in price. So these were probably like $20 to $40 previously, but in the last 10 years, Croatian banknotes have actually become quite common. So there's a lot more banknotes out there than what you think. So $5 to $10. This one has a rip in it, so I'll probably reduce it, probably about $1. So here's the back of it, and here is the actual watermark. So not really identified as anything. Nice kuna. So in 1941, this is worth 4 Reichsmarks. By the end of the war, May 1945, there was 120 kuna equals 1 Reichsmark. And the exchange rate for the new dinar was 40 kuna equals 1 dinar. So this is equal to 2.5 dinars. And that was actually a coin. They had 1 to 5 dinars. So it really wasn't worth much at the end of the war. They had, 1, 2, and 5 dinar coins they actually produce. Actually, I've got it here. So this one's worth 2.5. So this is 1945, 5 dinar coin. And it's just made out of zinc, and it's really not worth that much a lot. And they're a bit hard to get, you know, these coins from 1945. Not as expensive as the German ones. So you needed 200 kuna to equal one of those 5 dinar coins. And then we have the 1000 kuna. So this one is 1941. Also one of the easiest series to get. So I've actually got 2. These are the German printed ones, and you can tell because they should have the German printing somewhere. Yep, here it is. Leipzig, Geische and Deviant. So if I zoom in, oh, there you go. There you go. And down below we have a Velebit. This is the mountain range. So you can see large mountains in the back, smaller mountains in the front. That's probably on the Dalmatian coast, which is part of Croatia. And here we have the same watermark. And also we have the coloured strips, which are quite common for this time period. So can we actually read what it says on these coloured strips? It looks like it actually just says that. Hrvatska is Croatia and Croatian. I'm not too sure what that says. Probably says Federal Bank or something like that. That's basically what it says on these coloured strips. Very creative actually, to stop counterfeiting. And so this is the second highest value. The highest value is 5,000 kunas. And this one was issued in, the denomination issued in 2 different designs. So that's the first one. And here we have the same design, but this is the last prefix Z. So it should actually get a little bit more value, but if it was Z0, I reckon that will probably get a lot more value than just this normal banknote. But that's actually quite circulated. Here is the AVA issue 1943, and as you can see, it has looks like a Roman type design on probably, I don't know, a coffin or something. Yeah, it looks like some Roman soldiers on horses. Might not be, might be something else. I'm not too sure. Can't find any information on it. Anyway, so this one's a different design, and on the back we have 2 women. This was also designed when printed in Leipzig, so in Germany. So does this have any watermarks? Oh yeah, it does, but you know, it's not distinguishable. But this one doesn't have the coloured security threads. So at this time in 1943, the value is about 40 kuna equals 1 Reichsmark. So this was about 25 Reichsmarks. So obviously from being valued at 40 Reichsmarks to 25, you can see inflation was actually taking off this time period. So that's why they actually introduced a 5,000, because the value of this kuna actually was reducing. But they're a nice series to get. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to get more. This one is actually a bit more expensive. You'll probably be paying about $20 for one of these banknotes. This one probably about 15 in that condition. So this one's about 5 to 10. But I have seen lots that are gone on eBay for like $20 for like 5 banknotes. They're probably the better ones to get than buying these singly. But they don't actually turn up too often. So those are an introduction to the currency of Croatia. No, they're pretty design deficient. I reckon they probably could have done something better with the actual designs, but you know, this is the Second World War, at a time period when banknotes and coins, generally the design was actually not as good as what they are now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll leave a link down below to eBay Croatian banknote sales. You can see if you can find a good set. Uncirculated coins would be, banknotes should be very expensive for these ones, but they're not too hard to actually get on eBay, or even if you just go to your local coin shop, coin store, and ask them if they actually sell this stuff, because a lot of them probably do. Some of them probably just deal in stuff that's easy to get. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my video, and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.